Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm King Sway, and welcome to King Sway Entertainment. Today we have a reaction to a reaction, which is I don't think I've done that too often, if I've done it at all, on this channel. But it is I Hate When Black Men Date White Women, Biracial Woman, by the channel Playback. I recently come across Playback. Uh, don't really know anything about them. I saw a little bit about this, and I was like, all right, well, I want to react to this. So, and I want to have a genuine reaction. So this is me sharing it with you. So we about to jump right into this.
Aside from his taste in women, but carry on.
What'd you say?
Aside from Jonathan Majors' taste in women, he's attractive.
Oh, no, she was just talking about Jay-Z. Go back to Jonathan Majors. To my fucked up point of view, and I understand. I have something tweaked in me.
Okay.
I have been admiring him and his work for a long time.
Okay.
I've been looking at his little Vogue at-home videos and everything, cute. And I was like, wow, he is attractive. I like his way of being. I bet he has a white girlfriend. There were...
Now I'm going to stop it there because I get tired of hearing that. There's so much of a derogatory point to what she's trying to say. Like, I've heard that a lot, and I take this matter is kind of personal to me because I've had white wives. You guys have seen my kids. Really, Lucy? But I've dated every shade under the sun except for an Asian woman. Not for like a trying though. But when I was with Puerto Ricans, Native Americans, people of darker complexion, nobody said anything. But when I started dating a white woman, black women lost their fucking minds. I'm tired of hearing that shit. I'm tired of seeing it. Watch what she does.
There was something in me that...
Hey, man, you got too much free time on your hands, I can tell you that much.
Comes out is going to be a white woman. And when Antoinette revealed to me that he was in Sweden somewhere with a blonde-haired white woman.
Very white.
It crushed it.
Not even a spicy white.
I don't celebrate that. And me as a biracial woman, I understand
that's weird, right?
What kind of intrinsic bullshit is this? Which I find odd because I never liked blondes, but my second wife was blonde hair, blue eyed. You just like who you like. It's my personal ethnicity is black, white, Puerto Rican, and Native American on both sides of my family. On my mom's side, we're black, white, Puerto Rican, and Cherokee. On my dad's side, we're black, white, Puerto Rican, and Lenape. So, again, get out of here. My cats. So, with that being said, I come from a multi-ethnic background. I wouldn't be here without one or the other. And one of the things that got me when I was younger was my great-grandmother. Straight Pennsylvania Dutch. She married a Cherokee man. So, me being as dark as I am, knowing that this was my grandmother, one day I asked, how is this white woman related to me? I'm dark. And then it just went down the line, and it broke my great-grandmother's heart. And I was little. I was really little, like 7, maybe 8. I apologized to her profusely when I was like 13. And then she died when I was 14. As I've said once or twice on here, I'm 40. So she's been gone 26 years. So, what it basically comes down to, and you can't tell me otherwise, is You didn't fit that man's standards. It had nothing to do with the color of somebody's skin. But because you didn't fit that man's standards, you're going to try and shame him because the color of the skin of the person he's interested in, it doesn't match yours. And even then, it wouldn't be, you would look for something else. And I'm telling you, I don't date big girls. Oh, well, this, that, and that. Well, I don't date short chicks. It's something I heard rather, says women can have their preferences, but as soon as a man has his, he's demonized for it. Let me know down in the comments if you agree with me, if you don't agree with me, and let me know if you do agree with me. Let me know why. If you don't, let me know why.
That's weird.
What? Yo, you as a bi what? You are the product of the thing you despise. That's crazy as hell.
Ooh, boy, y'all lost out here, my boys.
This is like a villain origin
Yo,
story.
you're lost.
My man says a villain origin story.
Self-loathing is absurd, bro.
What?
That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. That means you don't like your parents' relationship? Is that what you're saying?
Can you imagine if they just have like a, I don't know if they do, but if they have like a healthy, successful marriage and life together.
And she was like,
I hate that shit. I fucking hate that healthy shit. Fuck, why did you have to be white, Dad?
I'm not gonna celebrate their children that they have. If they have
Oh,
children.
wait, you're not going to celebrate the...
I'm not gonna celebrate. I'm just
Jesus
saying, like,
Christ.
it's not. It's. Their relationship is not something that it doesn't make me be like, yes, like, you know, some people together. You're
Why?
like,
That's how you got here.
Together.
That's how we all got here. A white woman and a black man. But here's the thing, right?
I'm like that lady down the street that permed my hair when I was younger, mumbling.
Like, this bitch don't know what the fuck she's doing.
Like,
you know what? But you know what I think that stems from, right? And I think we're seeing a lot more of it now, and it gets under my skin as well. We have been ridiculed and critiqued on both sides of the fence our entire existence, right? We're never white enough for the white people. We're never black enough for the...
I'm not going to disagree with that. And I say that because that is, as a parent, that has been my biggest fear for my children. You're too black for the white people. You're too white for the black people. It's for those of you that play tabletop games, the half-elf in Dungeons and Dragons, it literally says, when you deal with one of your own kind, they're always going to think you're playing defense for the other team. If you're dealing with humans, they're going to think you're playing for the elves. If you deal with elves, they're going to think you're playing for the humans. Not to downplay the seriousness of the situation, but maybe that's more relatable to some of you out there. But that's been a fear of mine. It's ridiculous. Period. And I say that because I've been told more than once I'm not really black. And when I ask a simple question, what does it mean to be black? No one has a concrete answer. I mean, we're all aware of the culture, which I don't participate in a lot of that shit because it's self-destructive. I don't give a fuck what you say. But it's nonsense. It's we celebrate crazy stuff, and this is, yeah. But like I was saying, I do sympathize with this because of my own ethnicity and identity crisis when I was younger, and crisis that my children may have that I can only hope to help them through.
Black people, for some black people, however we identify, however we choose to participate in cultural conversations, it's always under the magnifying glass. And I think part of what we're seeing now and what I get agitated about is this concept that now, because it's commercially trendy and attractive for people to be in interracial relationships, it's become a presentation of diluted blackness versus its own us being having a mixed experience that is completely separate from everything else. And I think that's the part that I'm resentful about, is seeing, you know, and somebody brought it up to me, it was like, well, aren't you happy to see like all these mixed families in Cheerios commercials? And my response is no, because it's not. The storytelling is not a mixed story. The storytelling is, this is what's digestible for white people. This is the version of...
She said it's not the mixed story. A Cheerios commercial is about suburban life. It ain't about hood life. And I bet all of them were conceived by hood individuals. That is your standard. So far as it is, that is your standard. That Cheerios commercial is a standard for other people. It's just not a standard for you. Don't shit on that because it's not your standard. That's stupid. It's not just because it's digestible to white people. Hood life ain't for everybody. Hood life is not the culmination of all black culture. It's just that. It's one aspect of who we are. And if that's all you choose to identify with, that's on you.
Blackness that works for white people, which is not the same thing. So I'm resentful of seeing mixed race couples when it's like, damn,
But outside of television, then, what about if you're just at a restaurant?
I don't mind seeing black women with white men. It gets even more toxic.
What was I just saying earlier about preferences? Women can have their preference, but as soon as a man has his, he's demonized for it. What was I just saying? My man took his shit off.
This is one of the videos. We might have to quit early. Yeah, we might have to quit this early. Bro, what the fuck is wrong with both of them? What is wrong with them? She is the fucking daughter of a mixed couple talking about how she doesn't respect fucking, oh my god. Who gives a fuck? They're marketing. Of course they want it to be digestible to the fucking masses.
Ooh, what?
Of course they do.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now, boy.
Stop comparing fucking human being relationships to shit in commercials.
Ooh.
Cheerios is not gonna give you a real representation of shit. They're trying to sell you fucking products, dumbass. Oh my god. That's so dumb. Fuck. You resent real interracial couples because you saw a Cheerios commercial that rubbed you the wrong way? But this is sick, man. Y'all need to be more happy people found love, okay?
What was I saying earlier?
Dissect their love, and do you appreciate it or do you like...
What was I saying earlier? You can't help who you like. I'm going to say for the most part. You can help what you're attracted to, but if they're attractive within what you're looking for, your standards, you can't help who you like. That's why if you're attracted to hood men, it doesn't matter what skin color they are. You're going to go for that hood individual. If you're attracted to businessmen or something like that, and you like, more suburban feel, it doesn't matter what your skin color is.
Well, I'm not happy about it because it's like diluted sense of, and it's palatable for the whites. Oh my god.
Bro, you thought we was in 1957, buddy.
I can't believe what I'm hearing.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, this is where I stopped it. I was like, bro, this is the dumbest conversation from an interracial, from a mixed.
Talking about she doesn't, did she, yo, Caleb, run the tape back. Did she say she didn't respect the kids of a mixed couple?
She not gonna,
I'm not gonna celebrate their children that they have. If they have
well,
children.
that's you! God! Did I hear that wrong?
she ain't celebrated.
She didn't celebrate him. So we shouldn't celebrate her then.
Yeah, that's what she's saying.
Alright, she should be never celebrated again. She could cure many diseases, bro, but we should refuse to celebrate her. It's fucking fascinating that we're now developing like emotional ties and association to people that we don't know.
She doesn't know that man. And all of a sudden said his relationship doesn't matter.
Fuck
and
that
the
dude.
children that he will have in those relationships.
You know, my theory
disapproves.
is, I could be wrong, this is my theory. I think people need a sense of community, and when people find it in their blackness, that's like, they'll throw logic to the side and side with whatever their community agrees with. Mm-hmm. So whatever's best for black people, because that gives them a sense of purpose. I could be wrong, that's my theory.
But I'll say this before we keep going.
I can't say I agree with that.
It's even more interesting.
Oh, brother.
So what these women are, and I'm not saying that their experiences are invalid, because there's definitely aspects of interracial or mixed children where they have a lack of identity because they don't know which side they belong to. And but I think a lot of it comes with social pressures, and the way that we can remove a lot of those is by normalizing interracial couples. So when you sit here and you get upset at a Cheerio commercial and not even look at the positive impact that could come behind that, to where your family members aren't looking at you weird because the other side of your family isn't the same skin tone as them, like, you not understanding and grasping the complexity of that is so odd to me. But then more importantly, for her to pick specifically the type of interracial marriage that she's willing to accept is also wild. Black women can date out the race and date who they want, but a black man doing no.
What I tell you?
You're toxic. What?
I don't. What? Hold on. So you don't like? Oh.
It's toxic. I'm not saying
Wow.
you're claiming
Okay.
that there's makes
So
any
what-
sense.
but-
I'm just telling you
That's
how
the
I feel.
question I've been
It's
asked.
fucked up.
Why do you feel that way?
Because
though?
for some reason,
Mhm.
I feel like all of the black women that I know that are in relationship with white men are being loved up. They are exalted. They're taken care of. Like, there's no doubt in my mind that he is riding for this woman and
Right.
loves her to death. And I'm
You
like,
don't believe black men do that for white women?
I don't. I guess there's something salty in me that why these men that we admire and are proud of in the ways that they show up in the world as musicians, as actors, as people that now have money, why is their love being projected onto a white woman?
But then let me ask you, with the
Bro, I get tired of this ongoing conversation in the black community as if like there's this alarming number of black men.
Like I said, she didn't meet the quality. She doesn't know this dude from a hole in the fucking wall. When I said, I mean, like, he doesn't even know she exists. But black women in general, because they weren't there. Okay. Childish Gambino, from what I'm to understand, has a white woman as his wife, or that at least the mother of his child, one of his children. I saw a meme that said, "Before you think he's so woke, remember this." And it was a picture with him with said woman. Under that, it said, "This ain't have anything to do with anything. Black women will put you in a box, and if you don't fit in that box, you're thought of as weird or lame or something in that degree," which I can personally attest to. I'm not in that box. And it's not until you start making money, you start making a name for yourself, that they start seeing you as attractive. And by that time, you already got who's fucking with you. And I'm going to say that again because I'm going to point again to my little subscribe button. It's me fighting. You see me literally punching somebody in the face. I fought for a living for over a decade. And I've been on TV. You know, ESPN and sports and things like that. Here and there. Sparingly, I'm going to be honest with you. But, sports networks and local fight networks and things like that. I've been on those. And when people start seeing you on TV, it's like, oh, well, how you doing? Where were you when I was weird for knowing martial arts? Where were you when I was weird because I trained karate? Where were you when I was weird for wanting to train all this stuff? You wanted to go hang with the hood dudes. This individual, who just so happens to not be of the same skin tone as me, showed interest in me when I was doing all that. And now you're getting mad at me because I found someone that liked me for me.
Who are just like dating outside their race. When factually speaking, that is not the case at all. It's just not. And actually, statistically speaking, the more money you make, the more likely you are to date within your own race. And that goes for across the board. So you all picking out these outliers while ignoring what everybody else is doing is so frustrating to me, because you then get to project these outrageous claims of the white man's love is so good to us black women. That's basically what you're saying.
Yo, that's crazy.
That's basically what you said.
Yo, what in the ruckus?
Man, I was about to say that too.
Just keep going. Talk your shit.
You fucking coon. You sound like a coon right now. You sound like a coon. Oh, that white man love. Ooh, I love that white man love. You fucking coon. Are you serious? You are a fucking coon. But then to act as if like black men can't do it, or when they actually do it, it's given out to white women. No, you imbecile. They date black women all the time. Statistically speaking, they're the group of people who actually date outside the race the most is white men dating Asian women and dating Hispanic women. That is the biggest portion of interracial dating. When it comes to black men, I've seen numbers at the highest. It's been like 20% of black men dating outside their race. But even then, it's not all just white women. Sometimes it's Asian and also Hispanic women. But even if you want to go by statistically based off of the actual population, right? Because of course white men are going to date outside their race the most because there's a majority of white men. But the group of people who actually date outside their race the most per capita is actually Asian women. Asian women nearly 50% of the time date outside of their race. Then it's Hispanic men and women are above them, and Asian men are not too close from black men. It's black men. This idea that us black men just leave at a disproportionate rate is ridiculous. Also, for the people out there who want to claim, we're gonna put this shit on the screen too. For the people out there who want to claim that, oh, those Asian women are coming from overseas. No. U.S. born Asian women nearly 50% of the time date outside their race. So no, bro. This whole plight that y'all black women or mixed women y'all like to put in y'all mind about black men dating outside their race at some crazy rate is ridiculous. And FYI, from the bigger scope of things, interracial marriages only take up like 15% of all marriages. It's still a minority. Bro, shut the fuck up.
But
a white woman.
But then let me ask you, with the other women that we looked up to, of course, Serena Williams being one, Eve, and we've talked about Eve so much on this. Okay, so there's women that we've looked up to, that we've loved, and whether it be their style of dress. Serena Williams being the best athlete of all time, they chose
female tennis player,
white
correct that shit.
Men to not only be with but procreate with. So I want to know the understanding of where you look up to black men, and you have a disdain for them being with white women, but when we look up to black women, there's almost a celebration around them getting with a white man.
I can't sit here and y'all tell me, help me through this. I don't have a.
You have to remove
somebody in the background, just like, yeah, I'm gonna come in while y'all doing your thing.
You're so biased because you're thinking about like what will benefit you. You want the love of whatever. It could be a white man, it could be a black man. It doesn't really matter. But you feel like you're losing something when a black man loves anybody from any other race. Hey, look,
I can't even disagree with that.
Another black woman, he's not dating you. It has nothing to do with you. So why the fuck do you care? If you want to adopt all this responsibility for the entire race of black people, then you can do that. If you want to make it your mission to do that, then you can do that, I guess. But again, these are all issues that don't affect you at all. Just be loved by somebody that you love. Is not hard.
And it's even crazy.
But do you feel like you lose anything from Serena dating a white man?
At all.
Nope.
It doesn't matter. That has nothing to do with us.
And the fact that you are a child of an interracial relationship,
it's
even crazier.
Yo,
bro.
get her parents on the podcast next.
Yes.
I need to hear from them, man.
You need therapy, bro. You need therapy.
I don't disagree.
Because something is wrong with you. You're off.
Most people have a preference. Like, if you ask my parents, they'd be like, I hope that I'd marry someone who's Ethiopian. They would say that.
Yeah.
But if I didn't, they wouldn't give me a problem over it. You feel me? So it's like, it's sad that my parents that came from Ethiopia are more open-minded about just relationships and marriage and stuff like that than people born in a country that's all about freedom. It's so weird how I don't know. That's fascinating to me.
Very fascinating. And also are products of it as well.
And that's, that adds another layer.
It's hypocritical.
Let us know what y'all think in the comment section down below. If you guys enjoyed this video and you've watched it, you have to click the big red button, subscribe to the channel. It helps us out, man. About 45% of y'all that watch this are not subscribed. So make sure to click that button. Otherwise, man, we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Drew Afuela saying something is useless. Like, don't get me started. I only know Drew Afuela because I've heard about her from YouTube when people were talking about her TikToks. I've seen some of the shit that comes out of her mouth, and she was like, misandry is a made up word. Well, if you want to get technical, all words are made up. We just all agreed on the meaning of those words. And if misandry is made up, so it's misogyny, which most women, when they use that shit nowadays, don't even understand what the fuck that word means. I'm just being real with you. The next time fellas, the next time somebody says you're misogynist, ask her what that means. I've literally asked that, and a girl I work with started to go to Google it to look. I was like, if you don't even know the word, what the meaning is, don't use it. But child support, I see that shit. As I said, this is gonna be my reaction to it. It was kind of a thing for me because I wanted to see what was being said for some fact, and it's even more crazy that she comes from a bi-ethnic relationship. And she was like, nah. My children are multi-ethnic. Like, that is an issue for me, so I wanted to see what was going on and possibly speak on it. But I said what I had to say. You know, you guys hit the like and subscribe button, hit the notification button and the bell. What that does is that lets me know you guys are picking up what I'm putting down. It also pushes the algorithm so that people who are not aware of this channel become aware of it, and we can get more viewers in. And it also lets me entertain as many people as possible, because that's actually what I'm shooting for. But also down in the description below will be a link to my shop, to my merch shop. It'll also be links to the books that I published. Get some shit for the holiday season, bro. It's the holidays. Browse through the shop, see what you want. I tailor most of my gear towards anime fans and things to that degree, because I'm an anime fan myself. Also, I have 2 books that are for anime fans. That is Battle World, which again will be down below, and I'll be working on issue 2 of that pretty soon. And it is another one, Tales of Adventure, which is 10 stories broken up in the pages, 10 pages each per story, and they're told episodically until I finish with that particular story. Then I'll probably pick up another story to take that story's place. But that's going to be down in the comments, not the comments, down in the description below as well. Also, I speak on things like this, and I have a series called Letters to You, which was a literal love. It started off just as a little love letter to my second wife. The third one, entitled Memories of Us, you'll see the picture of me and my wife together. So yeah. But that much aside. In the meantime, between time, I'm always with these peace signs. I'm King Sway. I'm gonna catch you in the next one.